I like to listen to the birds mostly. And sometimes I listen to Tibetan chanting just to relax me. I always begin an artwork by taking a walk on the beach, because walking along the beach for me is a place where I can just dream, where I don't have to think very much, where just looking at the water does something to me consistently in terms of my thought process. It allows ideas to just rise to the surface. It's just really amazing. At the moment, though, I'm just having to look at a dripping tap. Look, I think that over the years of making work, when something's finished. More is less? No, less is more. I think one of the artworks that I loved the most was a work by Tatsu Nishi. I think it was in a Caldor public art project. Tatsu put 2 rooms on top of the horse sculptures out the front of the gallery. But for me, what I liked was the way it affected the general public, because it gave the general public an insight into contemporary art that they wouldn't normally have, because it was just so understandable, the change of perception. There's varying stories about being in nightclubs and people telling me what my work was about and me being shocked. I think that though one of the things I liked the most was when someone called it the silent punch. The title is We Have Sung the Same Song for Millions of Years, and it's pretty much referencing birds and birds as dinosaurs. So they were around 150 million years ago. And when we really consider that, the idea that they might become extinct now, which is why I've put them as headless, because a headless bird can't sing, that's just a travesty to think that 150 million years of history can be just dashed with carelessness and thoughtlessness and greed, actually. I think it's actually greed more than anything. When I consider first contact, I feel like it's like a car crash, and I feel really alarmed because, just in the same way as the birds are flying around and the trees are growing out of the ground, I feel like that's how Indigenous people have lived with the earth. And when I see the intrusion and the taking of the land by the colonials, I just feel absolute horror. The way that I include the Indigenous people too is that I can't, because I'm non-Indigenous, I do it through the old paintings of Lysa and others, because they're already in there. They haven't. I'm not making anything up. I'm using those to make a point. I'm definitely wanting for things that have been a little bit hidden to become clear. In fact, that work there's nothing I made up particularly. I might have just made up the wording slightly different to fit around the ship. That's actually what happened. They're actually images of Lysets. The only thing I've done is married them and put the 3 things together, just to make a strong statement about what the truth actually is. I guess I hope that the crisis will slow the art world down a little bit. Everyone is just needs it immediately. I just have a feeling that we could all do with a little less stress, because actually to be creative, I don't find that amount of stress really helpful. I find a little more walking on the beach conducive to making work. I also think when artists get under enormous amounts of pressure, they lose their love of what they're doing. And to make good work, I think you need to be really still loving what you do, and so you can really connect to it. Oh, I think I know what art is for. I think it's a bridge. Art is a bridge.